Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's AllYouCanGeek Gamecast, episode 382. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Yo!
and Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Welcome, listeners and viewers, to episode 382 of the Gamecast. We have some interesting information here that came out, which we're going to get into shortly here. I'm trying to scroll through to see if anything else broke while we're doing our podcasting. It always is the way it works, you know? So it's like we always end and it's like something comes out. But we're going to kick it off with, I guess we finally got a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. We've had some, do we have some gameplay of that earlier? Like some...
yeah, there's been some gameplay here and there.
Yeah, we have a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that launched. So I guess the problem with Kingdom Hearts for me is that I've never played the other... How many games were there? Because there's like 2.1, 3, 8,
Dude, there's
5.
so many.
Yeah.
And there's mobile games that are also involved in that too.
Actually in the story.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
but the two discs you can get for PlayStation, like the 1.5 and the 2.8. Oh, actually, there's three because I think there's 2 point something, 2.8 and then 2.5.
But anyway, you lost
three
me.
discs.
You already lost me.
It has everything on there, so you don't necessarily need to.
So wait, 2.8 doesn't have everything of 2?
No, even though it's 2.8, it's the spin-off games like Dream Drop Distance and 358 over 2. These are actual titles of video games, people.
Yeah. Wow.
So I mean, but it includes it all. It includes all the mobile stuff and the handheld stuff. So.
Okay. So you get all the story that way. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to stick with Xenoblade. Play that for a while. I mean, this isn't coming out for a little while, Kingdom Hearts 3 anyways, but, I don't know. Ni no Kuni's coming soon.
The graphics just look so good, and the fact that they got Pixar worlds makes me super interested in it. Yeah. Super interested in it.
We're going to have the X-Men showing up soon.
Remember it was on sale at Walmart that one time or whatever? Like, it was super cheap.
Yeah.
And I did pre-order then. But...
I really thought about it then, but I didn't get it still, so. Yeah, trailer came out though. Let's see. We have new details finally on Sea of Thieves, one of those Microsoft's, hopefully big game for them. They will be premiering on Gamecast. They actually revealed kind of what the game was about finally, because like the entire time people have actually like I've been questioning myself, why do I play this? Like what do I what like I understand what you're building, but what do you do? Like what's the progression? So they finally detailed that out. Yeah, but what is it? Yeah. So some quick things for that is, I guess you start out and they have a random procedurally generated characters, eight options to choose from to pick your character. There's no customization of it. It just randomly generates a couple for you to pick from, and that's your pirate. You can then get to pick a boat. However, the boat you get to pick, you can actually change out every single time you load into the game. So like if you have a small boat...
Well, it depends on like the multiplayer, I think, aspect. Because in the beta, when I was playing, you got to choose your boat based on like how many players.
That's what I was just going to say. So there's a small boat for 1 to 2 players, and then a boat for up to 4 players. So depending on what you're playing, you have that option. So, but I did read it as you could get a 1 to 2 boat and fill it up with 4 people.
Well, I think you can get a 1 to 2 boat. It's based on what you are playing at the time. So like in the beta, it basically says, how are you planning on playing solo? And it says, here's your boat. Or do you plan on doing like with friends? Or do you want like a expert boat or something? So there's 3 options. One like as a solo player and one as a multiplayer. You could have like a smaller and a larger boat. Yeah. But the solo boat, I don't see why you couldn't have more people on it. It just means you're playing solo to start with, and then your friends can jump in. Yeah. It didn't seem like there was no restrictions like saying you can't have more people on that boat.
I guess
it just means you could sail it by yourself.
Okay. All right. I guess the question for me has been the question has been for me is like progression, and is that going to be interesting enough to continue to play it? So like they have the 3 factions, and those 3 factions will help you build your legendary pirate status, and then once you get legendary, which I guess is like max level, then it opens up the end game content. So like with specific quests, and they're actually
it's going to be like
things.
Destiny and that's the Division and stuff, where it's an MMO and you make the fun yourself. I really see that. That's what this is going to be like. You get a bunch of your friends and just sail around being a pirate.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be. I'm interested to see if it's actually going to be actually interesting. Like if it's going to be entertaining. I don't know about that. Like I just don't. I'm happy it's going to be.
I think it'll be fun for a little while.
Yeah.
But like how long will it capture your attention?
I'm very happy it's going to be on Game Pass, and you don't have to actually pay the $60. So there you go. See, they're going to get me to play this game because it will be on Game Pass. So that's the trick, right? I mean, that's the idea. So.
Can't blame them.
Yeah, that's how you hide your numbers.
Yep.
So it is. It's interesting. They're going to have microtransactions in this game as well. 3 months in.
Shocking.
Cosmetic only, and it's not loot boxes. It will be buy what you want, and it's that's what they're doing. So it's the right microtransaction. Are there? Yeah, I guess there has to be right. I mean, with the cost of games nowadays, but it's not loot boxes at least. So that's a positive.
I don't mind loot boxes.
I mean, it does take away sort of that rare thing. The idea that there's some rare thing that you just can't get.
It does. That I mean, there won't be. There will be only cosmetic outfits you can buy.
No, I know, but even rare cosmetics, without loot boxes, just if people
just pay
like
more,
it, they'll get it.
Yeah,
I guess
it's kind of like Injustice's system, though. Where it's you can just buy what you want.
Sort of.
Isn't that what Injustice is? You buy if you have if there's a character you want, you buy a weapon.
You can buy shaders that you want.
Yeah.
And you can buy stuff that you can use to buy loot boxes, but you can't specifically buy gear. You have to get gear randomly through a loot box.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the same idea. You're not buying gear; you're buying the shaders or outfits.
I guess so.
What do you mean you guess so? It's the same thing.
There's different levels
there are loot boxes in Injustice. There are not loot boxes in Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
Damn, Corey. Drop that sass.
I'm just saying. It's end this conversation right here.
Thank you.
I mean, that's what it was. That's what I meant when I was yes, sort of, but not really.
Yeah. So.
I'm very curious about Sea of Thieves, and I want it to do well and be good.
I don't know. I just.
You don't want it to do well and be good?
I want it to be good. I just don't know if it's going to be good. That's the big question.
There's a difference, though. Obviously, we have no idea, Jim, if it's going to be good. I say I want it to be good, and I hope it's successful, but
I hope it has a market. I'll say that. It's not for me, but I hope it has.
It looks like a free-to-play.
It looks like a very good streamer's game too.
Yeah. I mean, Mike,
streamers have a field day.
It apparently has it apparently has the best looking water in any game. That's what I hear.
Good. That's what we heard with
the water looks
Assassin's
fantastic.
Creed, the one that launched.
Oh, the other thing about this. Oh, sorry, go on. The other thing about this was the Kraken. They said that there will be random encounters of a Kraken, a worldly encounter, essentially. Not, kind of reminds me of Destiny, with the world encounters. So,
public events.
Public events, yes, which it can drop you nice, good loots, or pull your ship, or send you way off your ship. It can send you flying. So pull your ship under in the water and. Yeah, sounds interesting. So, and then when you get your legendary status, you get a legendary boat. Kind of mixes a little bit of WoW ideas there. So it sounds interesting. That sounds interesting.
Gotta keep people coming back for something.
Legendary status apparently is a highly coveted thing for a while. That's what they're trying to make it. So when you get that, it'll be a lot of people wanting to party with you because you get massive bonuses at first. So, all right. What else we have? DBZ player base. Oh, on the PC falls off 80% drop in 2 weeks. So
maybe if they got their online lobbies.
That's the problem. I'm that's the problem with this game. I'm enjoying the fighter. I am. Its lobby is garbage. I never join online. You search
such
forever.
An hassle.
Yeah,
such an hassle.
It's so much more work than needs to be.
What? Why would they? Why did they make that little area? Why would they make that?
That area is fine. But if you just need to go to I'm gonna go and play online. Go to that hut or whatever you want to do, and then it just matches you, and then you can go and do your normal thing. The area is fine. It's just the way that it works is terrible.
You can never find a server that works that's close. I mean, ever. So then you're wondering
plus it was really difficult to find where you needed to go.
Yeah.
Initially as well. Where do I just want to do some training. Where do I go for that?
Yeah. That was the issue too. So how do I start the single player? That's what took me a little bit. So, yeah.
So that makes sense. I mean, the online is what keeps people coming back. And if that's not worth the trouble, then Any game really is going to drop off after a couple weeks.
It's a shame because the fighter's very good. I really enjoy the fighting system in this game. Actually, now that I've gotten used to it a little more, I do like it quite a bit. So.
It's gonna be at Evo though.
Yeah,
so,
Yeah, it's gonna get
one of the main 5 games.
That's positive. You know,
And some of the DLC characters come out. I mean, that's.
You know, it's not at Evo.
Oh yeah,
Marvel
MVC
versus
Infinite.
Capcom.
Yeah, there's like so much
was
drama
funny.
over that right now. Like, blah blah blah. I'm like, whatever. Game's not good, so fuck it.
I bought it and haven't played a single drop of it yet since I bought it. I heard it's gonna be on sale next week for like $20 too. So
Yeah, it was on sale for $20 at Best Buy when Dragon Ball FighterZ launched.
oh
So $16, and I was like, still like, no, I'm buying Dragon Ball today.
yeah
Fuck
yeah. All right. So hopefully the player base comes back on the PC then. That's just PC stats. We don't have stuff for the other systems yet.
Yeah, it's
So.
not the biggest platform for fighters anyway.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about sales on that soon. Lastly, news we have Metroid Prime 4. In news, rumored to be being developed by Bandai Namco. Is that like unconfirmed still?
It's pretty much unofficially confirmed.
Yeah.
Lots of like places reported that.
I saw Game Informer update their article saying this is happening. So.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like one entity, it might have been Eurogamer. Somebody dropped it. It was like, yep, blah blah blah. And at first, everybody thought it was Singapore, who has a lot of the LucasArts talent that
it's
had
not?
worked on 1313. No, apparently now that team is working on it in some capacity, but only art assets. And supposedly it's Bandai Namco Japan that's actually working on Metroid Prime.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem like when I read that the 1313 crew was doing it. I'm like, that'd be cool to see what they can actually do with a game that's kind of up their alley. Okay.
No. Once again, this is like sort of a group of people known for like their fighting games making a Metroid game again, like Team Ninja before, which kind of raises an eyebrow for me just a little bit, but hopefully it'll be different.
They make more than the fighting games. They make like RPGs and stuff. I don't think they had. No, they did have a first-person shooter on Xbox. What was it called? So bad.
I would imagine.
It's got to be pretty far back.
I'll think of it's 360. I'm gonna look it up, but yeah, I mean it'll be interesting. I mean, I know a lot of people were freaking out, but I mean you look at it, Retro Studios before they made Metroid Prime, they were nobody. No, they're all a bunch of nobodies. So it's like, Nintendo has a keen eye for talent, and I'm sure being in Japan is going to help them curate that process.
Yeah. We'll see when it is in development for the next 3 years. So to get it behind Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Dude, there's no way. This game has been
know I'm losing this
so
bet.
long. You're so losing this bet.
I know.
I
know. Oh.
Breakdown. Oh, original Xbox. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Yeah, they made that. And then supposedly another team is working on a ridgeracer revival for Switch, which is interesting because that's always, in my mind, been pretty PlayStation focused, right? So
yeah.
it's like,
well, is that where Kaz is going?
Dude, if
He's been on the Sony board, so
he's only in like an honorary capacity. That's what I heard.
Kaz was a deep ninja all these years.
Yeah.
Like, he's come back to Nintendo just with all his information.
Yep.
And then we kind of have almost breaking news with Kotaku. Laura Kate Dale, the same reporter who had leaked a lot of the Switch hardware details last year, saying that the Spyro Trilogy Remastered is getting announced this year, and it will be PlayStation 4 exclusive for 1 year.
Kind of like.
They want to do Spyro, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
They still
saw how well Crash did. I mean.
Yeah.
That did so well. Like. It's weird because, like, I know Crash was popular back in the day, for the PlayStation kids, but I am so surprised by how many people are like, oh, I love Crash. I'm just like, really? Like, I mean, isn't that nostalgia speaking? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was not a Crash fan myself.
Just so weird. At least Spyro I can sort of understand because you're a dragon and, you do a little...
Did dragon things.
Yeah, you do dragon shit. I mean, a Bandicoot, what the fuck is that?
Mario wannabe.
Yeah, Mario and Sonic, like, wannabe defect child.
Huh. Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. That will be interesting, though. I know Ashley's interested in that. That hits her in very specific sort of nostalgia area for her.
Yeah.
It's one of the only games she was into.
I remember when like Skylanders came out and people were like, "Oh, it's a new Spyro game or something." Like they were excited for that, and
They're so disappointed. Yeah.
So, also, I don't know, it did but like Fortnite is like 3.4 million people, concurrent players, apparently.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
it's
Actually.
overtaken
like
Battlegrounds.
I've never like you guys. Did you guys get to play that?
I played all. Yeah, I played all.
I saw you post in the chat. I was just like, I never.
I was like, just download it. Just start the download so that we can be ready to go at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to get to that.
It's a very popular game. A lot of people talk about it. It's funny because I guess somebody actually logged in to play the original game of that, and they're like, "This is what the hell is this? Like, they're like, this is horrible. Like, nobody cares about the original game of that. Like, nobody plays that side of the game."
Well, nobody plays it because they haven't supported it in 6 months since it came out.
It's clearly where
everybody's complaining. Everybody that wants to play that mode, which is the mode you have to pay for, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody that wants to play it is complaining because Epic has not support.
Wait, what mode?
The co-op mode.
There's a co-op mode?
Well, the mode that came out before Battle Royale. So the mode that came out when they released the disc, where you play co-op, survive, save the world, whatever, against all the zombies that are coming. So you build your fort, and then it's like waves of zombies that come.
Yeah, I mean, I remember back before this generation began, that was like on the cover of a Game Informer or something, and it was such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were like,
he's like next game after Gears, so it's supposed to be like huge, and then he quit before it became anything, and it's like turned into something completely different than what.
Yeah, he admitted.
I remember at PAX, like he was talking about it.
Oh, when he was drunk and talking about. Dude, just piss in that pot. You're a Cliffy B. You can get it.
I'll find the bathroom, man. I gotta find the bathroom.
No, man, you can just go wherever. Cliffy B.
We have some really random stories that we're running into people.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta feel bad for Cliffy B in some capacity because he leaves, starts, was it Lawbreakers
which at one point had four concurrent players. 4.
Yeah.
At one point.
Oh man, like that's so bad. And you look at Fortnite and just like
blowing up. Well, if Lawbreakers had a battle royale mode, it would be blown up too.
I bet you that's what they're gonna do. Lawbreakers battle royale.
Maybe. I mean, we still have. There's still a lot of room for more clones, and obviously it's going to get oversaturated.
Dude,
but
this E3 is going to be disgusting.
Yeah,
disgusting.
It's going to get oversaturated.
I will say we'll see at least 8 battle royale modes.
We should have a bet for like over under.
Which series?
Like, I mean, I could go with 5. I mean, I might say 5.
We could do a bingo card. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as Fortnite goes, I actually we can get into what we've been up to.
Yeah,
and
get into what we've been up to. Go ahead.
I played Fortnite with Mike, played with Apple on Xbox, and tried to play with Tony one night, but he didn't have it. That's why I was like, you guys got to download it now so we can be ready. Because it'd be great to squad up and play together as a team. And I mostly do duo because I just play with Mike or Apple or solo. And I accidentally went into a squad match, and I didn't realize it. I was like, wait, why? Who are these people in the corner? And then like, why are these people sending me invites to like parties? I'm like, what the heck? And I realized I was in a squad match, and I was like, oh shoot. So I like spent like half the game trying to get to my squad, and as soon as I get to them, they all just died. I was like, what the heck? So, and then I just get overrun by the squad that took them out. So, but it's as far as the battle royale mode goes, like I've talked about it before, and it is a nice like lighter pace and tone to what PUBG is, and it's just a little more accessible, I think. And obviously being free, it makes it even easier to get into. So like I'm not surprised that it's kind of surpassed the current player count that PUBG's had.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it'd be a great time to play with you guys, just to mess around, and because you get in a game, you get out, and then you get right back into another game. It's just like super easy. Play for like 10, 15 minutes if you want it, or you play for 2 hours. It's like one of those types of things. The other game that I've been playing a lot of, which probably be very surprising, is The Division.
What?
Wait, I heard about this.
Wait, what?
I heard about this. I knew this is coming.
Are you one of 4 people playing that?
Wait, what?
Oh, there's actually a lot of people playing The Division still,
Really?
and I just it was on sale, the season pass, so I was like, well, sure, I have free Xbox credit. I'm just gonna use it on this because I've just been sitting there for no reason. So, $16, got the Division, and popped it in and been playing it. And yeah, I mean, it's what I remember it, but it's just very tough to get back into because there's so much going on. So many systems.
It's hard to stay in once you're in. Like what's the goal? What's the drive?
Well, basically, I mean, it's the same thing as Destiny. Like, and what they've done.
But like, it's like we've played this, and it didn't have a holding power to stay with it.
Right,
So
just like Destiny. And I'm getting there, Jim.
Okay.
Like with Destiny, they released a vanilla game, and it's like, well, okay, did that. That was cool. I'm done. The Division, same thing. Did that. I'm done. Like, I'd rather be playing Destiny at this point because Destiny's a much better game.
Mm-hmm.
With the season pass and all the DLC that's dropped and all the fixes that they've done and the way that they've changed the rogue system and the Dark Zone, whatever, they've made the game. It's not the level of what Taken King has done with Destiny, but it's close to that, where they actually made the game a lot more enjoyable, a lot more accessible, and quality of life improvements are a lot better. So it is definitely something that, I think this is the game that I wish was out now, or back then. Obviously, like, a game's always going to get better as they release new content and fix things that were broken, and they've done that with this, and I applaud them for sticking with it and making it a game that's worth playing now, because it is actually worth playing, and it's much more fun to hop into it at this point than it was before.
Yeah,
cool.
And it's interesting you mentioned that because Ubisoft had their investor meeting relations or whatever, and they basically were just touting how they have fully embraced like games as a service kind of thing, not in the model that like Microsoft is chasing, where it's like, hey, the Game Pass or anything like that, but they're saying, hey, like, we release one game and we're going to support it either through microtransactions, free content updates, DLC. I mean, it's a whole spectrum.
That's what it was interesting when they asked about Assassin's Creed. They said,
yeah, they're like, stay tuned. Yeah, they're like, they're like, stay tuned. We got some interesting stuff. So
yeah,
we already know about that, exploration mode, which I think that's awesome. That's I have zero interest in Assassin's Creed, but I think that is
it's
awesome.
a cool mode. I would love to tour that. Yeah. Yep.
It's definitely one of those things where it's like I could see me just like wandering around, just like checking out Egypt and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's something that I could see happening, like putting in museums too, like a VR aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Even,
oh yeah,
just walk around this temple when it was a actual thing. And
yeah. That's the advantages that VR can bring. It's more for study and being in a place you can't be in normally.
It's immersing you into something that's not necessarily a game.
Not game,
thing, but just like. Yeah, that puts you in a position that you would not be into before, like the deep that you go into and scuba dive or whatever, and the shark comes and there's no game there.
It's not
just
only
like
that, but I mean, let's look at the one of the best VR games was Batman, and that was more about being finally like you are Batman in the Batcave, and I think that was
Batman.
There's not really a game there; it's more about touring the Batcave, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Just some other snippets I thought was interesting from the Ubisoft investor relations. This is more directed at Mike. But PC sales from Ubisoft have grown from 7% of their overall sales to 18%. So
Ubisoft's doing bad.
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
That is one way of looking at it. You think they're doing as good as they were the previous years to make this percentage drop?
Maybe they went up.
Yeah.
It went up for them of their sales, the PC. So that means their overall sales are probably lower.
I don't think that's what the numbers were talking about.
That doesn't correlate to that.
It could.
Well, I guess, sure. You can say to any sort of numbers.
Do you think this is the prime of Ubisoft when the Assassin's Creed has been like slumbering relatively compared to 5 years ago?
What they're doing though is not catering, but like the games as a service aspect that they're kind of focusing on definitely fits the PC model much better.
Yeah.
Like Division and
I think it does. But
Siege.
They are actually making more money than 5 years ago.
Yeah.
If you go through the slides, they actually spell that out.
Cool.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Yeah, sure. Okay. I don't know if he was finished, but Tony, what have you been up to?
So really quick before we do that too, there was one piece I forgot to add onto this. There's a rumor that started that Lucasfilm has started to reach, Disney and Lucasfilm started to reach out to Ubisoft and Activision about potential Star Wars games.
Oh, good.
Just because of stuff that went down with EA and Battlefront 2.
EA screwed themselves over. They deserve everything they get.
Right. So supposedly that there is some sort of breach of contract just due to performance. This is a rumor. Again, heavy rumor, but it's interesting. We'll see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
What I've been up to, though, played more Celeste, and that game,
cool.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
it's hard as balls. I consider myself pretty decent at platforms because I love those types of games.
Celeste or whatever?
Yes.
Celeste, yeah.
As soon as you said it's hard as balls, I was like,
yeah,
probably Celeste.
Or, yeah, it's
now, wait, did you get it on the Switch?
Yeah,
How are
of
you
course.
doing with control? I heard the diagonal control is not great.
I use the analog stick.
Ah, okay.
The game was actually designed with the analog stick in mind.
Oh, good. That's good to hear. Because I would get this game on the Switch. It makes more sense for it. It's not like an artsy, it's artsy, but its own style. It's not like graphic.
There's no performance.
Yeah.
Right, there's no performance.
So I would look at this on the Switch because it would make sense to get it. And I just heard that the controller is not the greatest for it. The D-pad's terrible. That's what I heard.
I did try it with the D-pad as well, but you do need to make some very precise diagonal movements.
Yeah.
And not just up and right, what is that, 45-degree angle? Kind of like you might need to do a 20-degree angle. You might need to do
so the
So
analog,
it's not just 8.
the analog stick is the better way to do this anyway.
Right, it's not direction. What was that?
The analog stick is the better way to do it then.
Well, yeah. It's designed with analog stick in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, the developers flat out said that. They're like, you can use a D-pad, that's why we put that option in there, but it was designed with analog in mind. You're gonna have a harder time doing it. But the game is just really charming. The story is light enough where it doesn't get in the way of the gameplay, but they do enough at the beginning and end of a chapter just to give you a bit more to be like, okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure where it's going, but we'll see. And you just keep climbing this goddamn mountain that's just designed to kill you, and it's crazy. I don't want to spoil anything just in case you guys do play, but
no, probably
they really do what I would say a Nintendo formula where they introduce a mechanic for a level, and it's just kind of like, hey, here's the mechanic, and okay, I get this now. And then they make you do some simple ones in the beginning, just be like, okay, you understand the basis of this mechanic, and then the next thing is just, we want you to do everything you've done up until this point in this level, and you're just what the fuck.
Show your work, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Show your work. And it's really cool too because again, I haven't done anything with the options because you can really custom tailor the game to be as accessible or inaccessible as you want. Obviously, they want you to play by default, but they want you to also play and beat the game, so you can enable extra dashes, extra air jumps, all that kind of stuff. But where was I going with that? There is an extra hidden layer of challenge because you have to collect these strawberries in the level. That's I don't know, the Mario coin in the worlds and stuff like that. And you see one and you're just so tempted. You're like, okay, I think I could get that. And you just die. And you're like, all right, okay, I got you. And then they'll do these ones where they're on wings. And if you use any air dash, it just floats away. So you're just like, okay, so you want me to beat this screen without using the air dash, which is 50% of the gameplay. I mean, honestly, 50% of the gameplay, because it's just wall jump, air dash, get the item that refreshes your air dash, jump to this rope, climb down. It's ridiculous. Fun game. Extremely charming. Highly recommend it.
Cool.
The other thing I've been playing a lot of is PUBG. I don't know, just because I went through Xenoblade Chronicles and that was such a meaty RPG, I was like, I just need to do something kind of mindless for a while. And PUBG is just filling that niche. Playing it with Nick and my friend Bill from work. And Friday night I was playing solo. I got to top 10 twice, and every time it gets so intense. And both times my kills were questionable because it was one of those things where I get the jump on somebody, but I didn't get the headshot or whatever, so they just turn around and go dot dot dot, and you die, and you're just like, you fucking motherfucker, because you're 20 something minutes into this match at this point, and you're just really and then you just start questioning every single move. You're like, maybe I should just let him go, just not even fire at him. Who knows what would happen? He just stepped outside and got blasted by somebody else. So it's one of those games that just makes you constantly think about your decisions. And obviously the game is really fun with your friends, which is why I downloaded Fortnite as well on PlayStation. So
Cool.
I think we should try that out.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Probably will. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
That's it for me.
Corey, did you have anything else to add? What you've been up to?
No, I was just gonna mention that I installed Shadow of the Colossus, but I didn't get to play it because it was taking forever to install. So I was like, ugh. But I did see that it was it like outsold the PS2 game by 73%.
I'm going to pick it up. I'm not getting that like immediately. I'm going to finish Xenoblade and then I'm going to move to that, I think. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, Xenoblade's pretty meaty.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
The thing about Shadow of the Colossus, though, at least it's not a supremely long game. So.
That's a gym title. That's a 50.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that hour. No, it's going to be great though because Ni no Kuni's coming up and I'm going to play that and I need like something that's not involving in between. I'm sure it's involving, but hour wise. So, all right, that's cool. Yeah, I mean for me that's what I've been up to. Xenoblade Chronicles here and there. Not many hours yet. I've only added like 3 more hours to it, so I really got to start chipping away. I really got to spend some time on this game.
What chapter? Are you still on the first chapter?
Yeah, I just finished that. So, yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, I got a ways to go. So
What are you doing? Bring it to work, man.
I do, but I've been busy at work. That's the problem. It's been really busy. So, yeah, I've been like working. There's been no lunch or breaks. It's been work. So, I'll get to it. We have an in-service day coming up on Friday. So there we go. Nothing going on that day for me. And just some Dragon Ball for me, which, like I said earlier, is I really like the fighting system of that game, and I love the art, and it got me back into watching Super. Obviously, that's why I watched Super. Finally, because I'm like, who are these characters? I have to know. So
yeah, I will say I do love how much the game pays attention to detail. Just because obviously I mentioned some of the supers, but even character intros, they like really reference like points in time where the characters actually met or fought and stuff. I did forget to mention I went over to Happel's on Sunday and just played versus mode. And we had a lot of fun with that, just like doing stupid teams. Like he did like an all Goku team with like yellow, blue, and pink Goku, and I did all team Boo. We're just like doing crazy shit. That's just reminds me of the old like Marvel vs. Capcom days. Of just like I'll throw this stupid team together.
That's why I hear it's a lot like that. I mean, that's why I like just that Ginyu story you told me was just amazing to hear his super. It was awesome. So it fits every character perfectly. But all right, Mike.
So I've played more Assassin's Creed Origins, and it's still pretty good. I'm starting to get pretty deep into the game, and I've visited some of the sites now. Like I saw the Pyramid of Giza. It's funny because every time you come across the Great Sphinx, your character remarks, "Oh, it's smaller than I expected," because I guess its actual size is like not as big as you always would think it is. So it's probably accurate, and it's interesting. So that's still going. It's all right. And then, of course, this whole week I've been like looking up everything I can about the Turtles coming to Injustice. And today is the day they're there for those of us with the pass. Unfortunately,
now they're not available for regular owners yet. Like you can't buy them yet.
For regular, in a week, if you don't have the fighter pack 3 repurchased, you can get them.
It's funny that you didn't. I wish if you had an Xbox, you'd have somebody to play with. Because my brother Matt has been like clamoring. He owns the game and he's waiting for the Turtles. So
yeah,
but go on.
No, so just looking at the stuff. It's actually a little better than I thought it would be. I was worried that since they are in one character spot, that they would just be like single character and they would like come out as sort of assists and partner moves. That's not the case. They're all kind of individual characters that depends on like what weapon you equip. You turn into that turtle. They have different things they say, different moves. They have
it seems like they have different control set too.
They have similar starting like normals, as you would say, but they have their own weapons. They finish differently. The strings end differently. Then they have different intros, things they say, and they all do go into a single super move. But I think they probably do the same, like closing animation too. But
I like
basically,
that they shell shocked at the end.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They all have different character powers, which will vastly change actually how they are and play. Because like Donatello has this thing that can like stun the floor or make people like get sucked into an area. Michelangelo has a skateboard where you can like either shoot it as a projectile or just sort of like get in a stance there's lots of things going on. Raphael has a parry, so they're way different. So it is almost like 4 characters in one, which is kind of beyond my expectations. Now, I have not played them yet. I tried to wait till like after midnight last night, but they weren't doing that. I think it's probably West Coast time that they were going to switch over to the day. But I did play someone who did have one online. So I played someone who played Leonardo last night as Batman. And even though I was rusty, he actually did rage quit in my second round because I'm still it's his day one character against my like main guy, so he was upset. But he looks cool, and I can't wait to go and see that. So I'm going to be playing a lot more Injustice again soon. But it was good to jump back in to get primed at least last night. So it'll be interesting, and I'm very curious to see the gear options. I know there's videos out there and stuff that show like pretty much everything already. I've kind of avoided them on purpose. I want to like be surprised about the shaders and the gear, so I'm looking forward to it. But it looks like it's better than what I expected, so that's good.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a rarity for Mike.
Yeah.
Better than I expected.
I have to play them first.
Slogan.
They could be garbage, but
No, I know, but I mean, it seems like it's
It's
meeting all your
good,
criteria.
Looking good.
No,
Based off of what we knew before, I mean, it's definitely
I think
sounds
it's
like
Awesome.
Yeah. It's another fighting game I'm going to be playing shortly. I have it. I just haven't opened it yet, so.
It's almost kind of disappointing in the fact that I think doesn't NetherRealm have that like unofficial stance where like the DLC characters for their fighting games don't ever return then?
They just said that for this game, as far as when they were talking about who would be revealed as like the DC characters. So we knew that it wouldn't be like Zatanna, Batgirl, and Martian Manhunter wouldn't be in this game, I guess, because they were DLC characters last game. And I don't know if that's an official thing, but that's what they said for Injustice 2. So,
But even for like Mortal Kombat, they don't repeat.
I don't know. I haven't followed it as closely.
Mortal Kombat, you get a lot of similar characters, and sometimes they'll do like different take on a character.
I will
like
say,
Cyborg, Sub-Zero, or some shit like that.
give them credit. Scorpion did not get into this game.
Well, no, because
About damn time.
he was
it's a different one.
They had Sub-Zero instead.
I know.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero's fine, but I'm like, he's in every game
And
they ever
Raiden.
make.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's either Sub-Zero or Scorpion or Raiden. It's one of the three.
And you get 2 of them.
Has there been another game that Scorpion has not been in from NetherRealm?
Sub-Zero, maybe.
He was in that game. He was in that game.
He's the
I'm
other
just saying.
thing.
Okay, I'm just saying it could be. I would imagine that there's a game that he's not in.
Yeah, we know he's Ed Boon's favorite character. So.
Yeah.
He is the best character, so.
He's one of the cheapest.
He's one of the cheapest, yes. All right, so that's going to wrap up episode 382 of the Gamecast. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Tune in next week. We'll talk about some more games we've played. Write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, AllYouCanGeek. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thanks again.